Look, I love Batman when he's Dick or Terry. To me, I feel Bruce is just missing something when it comes to his stuff. Now, there are stuff that I think is really good, but when it comes to most of his solo adventures, I always feel it's lacking something.
But it wasn't until the most recent Chip Zdarsky run I think I figured out what's wrong. There's something been missing, intrinsic to Batman comics. That's right, people. It's the boxers. Oh, yeah, and Robin, but the boxers.
Vengeance. I am the Knight. I am Batman.
I was excited when Chip Zdarsky was announced to be the hidden writer of Batman. I mean, how could I not? He wrote one of my favorite runs with The Man Without Fear, and I'm pretty sure Twilight Avengers is amazing from what I've heard. But before I start, I'm going to just give you a warning. Don't go into this thinking it's going to be Daredevil. It's not. It's completely different style compared to Daredevil. I just got to bring that out of the way because that run is amazing, and I came in with that mindset when I first read it, which led me to being disappointed. But when you look at the run from a bit more of a fun-loving, you get to see everything it sets up. The run starts typical, where we get to see Batman being Batman, but something I like about it is we have Tim Drake bringing up concerns about Bruce's nature when it comes to all this. Oh yeah, right. Tim Drake's finally in a Batman book. I mean, Robin hasn't been a main character in any of these titles since, I think, pre-New 52. And I'm talking about the main book, not Detective Comics, not Batman Incorporated. Batman, the one that was written by Scott Snyder, Tom King, and James Tynion. But to me, I feel this is the main thing I think Batman is missing, along with the boxers. Because Batman needs someone to ground him, and that's what Robin does. He needs someone to care about, and something to force him to be more than just vengeance. Now, I don't think this works as well with a character like Catwoman, but we will get to that in a future video. Because, God, I don't like Catwoman. When it comes to Tim, he really hasn't had anything to do since the end of Detective Comics, which has been a real shame. I mean, they tried making him bisexual, but it just turned Tim into the gay Robin. That, and it broke up Tim and Stephanie, which is the dumbest move you could have done, DC. It really feels like DC just doesn't like Tim Drake, which is why I'm glad he's finally getting some purpose in this title. And hopefully, some respect, because apparently, according to Tom King, he's a worse fighter than Kate Kane, Stephanie Brown, and Duke Thomas. Yeah, the Signal, he's worse off than the Signal. But when it comes to the run, it really gets started after the Penguin fakes his death. And this leads to a Tower of Babel type failsafe called Failsafe. And while it kind of turns the book into a giant action scene with characters around the DC universe, I think it's important to look at Failsafe when it comes to this, and Zur-En-Arrh with how they play into the story. Because, look, you look at this as a fun action scene, because that's what a lot of the book is. He goes to Atlantis, he teams up with Green Arrow, Black Canary, and Martian wow, what was that? He teams up with Green Arrow, Black Canary, and Martian Manhunter. He faces off with Superman. Like, they have a lot of stuff in this book, but when you look at everything a bit deeper when it comes to Failsafe, it has a lot more to it. I think Failsafe really just comes off as like the limits of Batman. It shows that absolute nature he puts himself to. And this also plays into effect when we get Zur-En-Arrh. Zur-En-Arrh is the mission itself. Zur-En-Arrh is Batman, kind of another failsafe for Batman, to be honest. And I think you really need to look at that when going through Volume 1. It's a completely different perspective to have. Now, when it comes to giving my thoughts on the run, I would say this has the potential to be the best Batman run in a long time. To be fair, it can crash and burn when it just comes to making it just an action book. I'd honestly have to say this is a run that it's gonna have to get an update at some point. I'm gonna probably make a full-on review once the series ends, but if I were to give you my final thoughts, I would definitely say it's got potential. Let me know what you all think in the comments below. And you know what? Tell me your thoughts on Batman in boxers. Come on, I know you want to. Do it. Do it. Do it.